that everybody else has put me in is, oh, well, I just need to, you know, be the kid in a wheelchair who inspires everybody, and that's who I am. That's who I am. And I can't cry, I can't do any of that because that's vulnerability. And then I'm not this like inspirational whatever person anymore. So I ran from a lot of that. And let me tell you, there's a huge difference in my leadership ability once I took that step and continued. Before I started that journey, my sophomore year in high school, you know, people knew me and I did stuff, but I was kind of like the guy who, you know, didn't really do much. And now, about 2 years ago already? Holy crap, that's about 2 years ago, I was named one of the top 14 LGBT student leaders in the country. So the reason I was able to get to that point is because I gave myself the time to really understand what it meant to have the identities that I have. You see, and guys, I'm not sitting up here saying, you know, that you're not going to have negativity in your life. You're not going to face negativity from somebody else. You're going to meet a lot of people that might not like what you do or who you are. I want to move around a little bit, you know. We'll get to know some faces in here. But you're going to meet a lot of people that might not like who you are, the journey that you're on. Take you back to the initial analogy I gave you, the book, right? So what do we know from that? We know that we have control over how much weight those words from other people have in our life. I'll give you an example. When I came out, one of my friends, we've been friends for about 8, 9 years. Long time, right? Sends me a text and was like, hey man, congratulations. But you know, I can't really be seen with you anymore because like, you know, then people think that I, you know, am like that and I just don't understand it. It just doesn't seem natural, blah, 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 blah. So, if you can get inside my head, what do you think I wanted to do in that moment? Of course, I wanted to be like, right? Then I checked myself. I was like, wait a second. What is that going to do? Because, okay, I'm going to pick on you for a little bit. I love your tie, okay? But if I came up to you, what's your name? Gabriel? If I came up to you and be like, Gabriel, man, honestly, did you have a mirror this morning? That tie is horrendous. Oh my gosh, like, somebody go tie shopping with this guy. Right? What your initial thought, if you didn't know me a little bit, would be like, okay, who in the world is this guy coming up my house? Right? And then you're probably gonna want to come back at me with something. Oh yeah, your glasses are ugly, 4 eyes, something like that. Right? Something like that, right? But what happens in that moment? If you feed me that negativity back, I'm like, see? So now I can feed you more negativity. I can just keep feeding it to you and use that to validate. So in the moment when he fed me that negativity, of course I wanted to be like, what are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. But I didn't do that. All I did was, okay, I respect that. You have your opinions, and if you ever need me, I'll be here. Thank you for the years of friendship that you gave me, and you know, it's memories I can keep. So, see you later, you know? And just this past year, I came up on my 1 year, so this is a year ago, and he calls me. I hadn't heard from him in an entire year. He goes, hey man, you know, I'm still not like, you know, all for it, but I just wanted to say I'm sorry. He was like, because I realized that what I said to you wasn't right. And because what I realized was I kept replaying what you said to me afterward. And I realized you could have yelled at me, you could have gotten angry, but you didn't. And I couldn't understand why. But then I realized, why was I being so angry and negative towards you if you were just feeding me love and positivity back? So that's what I was thinking. But everybody has their time period, you know? So that is the key. You're going to meet a lot of people throughout your life and throughout your advocacy work. They might even say, this is not your fight, this is blah, 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 blah. But if you know yourself, if you know your value, you know what you stand for, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. And one of the most important things throughout that is also taking inventory of who we surround ourselves with. Because we've all heard it, who we surround ourselves with, ultimately, you know, I'm going to get a little shorter. A little shorter, you know, I don't want to intimidate you guys for too long. But ultimately, who we surround ourselves with also affects how we interact with ourselves and others. And how we react to negativity in our life. I always say to people, when you meet somebody new, you should ask yourself these questions. Who are they? Not like, yo, that's Joe Schmo from down the street. Like, who are they in their deepest dimensions? What do they bring to my life? Do they bring negativity? Do they bring positivity? Do they uplift my goals? Do they open my eyes to something new? Or do they pull me away from where I want to go? And then lastly, can I be around this person? Not physically, but can I be me around this person? Is there any aspect of me that I feel that I cannot show around this person? And if you cannot answer the majority of those questions, preferably all three, in an overwhelmingly positive way, that person probably doesn't deserve space in your life. I fell into that trap my freshman year because I went from a school of 3,500 kids in total, where every single kid knew me, to a school with 17,000 undergrad where nobody knew me, and frankly, nobody cared to know me. And it was almost like I had to, it was a reminder like, oh crap, that's right, I had this wheelchair thing. So I felt like I had to kind of mold myself to fit in with certain things, certain people. But then I stepped back and I asked those questions, and I was like, why do I feel like I need to change myself to be accepted by them? And that has to do with coworkers, that has to do with all that too. Is coworkers, you have to work with them. But ultimately, again, you ask yourself those questions, and you remind yourself that whatever feedback you get, you're the authors. You have the power to determine what you do with that and how much weight that holds. I know we're probably coming up on time here, probably a little bit, but I wanted to just reiterate something to you guys real quick. This journey that I talked with you guys about today, it's not something that happens overnight. It's not something that happens in a month. It's not something that happens in a year. It's continuous. And the moment that you tell yourself, I know every single thing there is to know about myself, or about how I can get to know myself better, you shut yourself out to becoming the best version of yourself that you can be. And if there ever is a point in your life, because we all have those, where you feel as though you're not valid, or that somebody doesn't value you as a person, I want you to think back to today. I want you to remember my face, because you all have sat through this. So now, whether you like it or not, we're all connected now. Ha ha ha. So, I want you all to know that I love and appreciate every single one of you and your stories. I do want to open it up for a quick Q&A if there's any questions and answers. Anybody? Go ahead.
So obviously you had a lot to, you worked very hard to be where you are today. What's in your main inspiration and that what achievement?
Well, this is going to sound so corny, but my main inspiration really has been my parents, because I remember being 4 years old playing with my Legos, and my older brother, he does not have a disability, and I walk with a walker. So I said to my mom, I looked up, and I asked my mom, when am I going to be able to walk 14? Right? Ooh, gut punch. Yeah. My mom's answer, I'll never forget. She said, well, John, you're never going to be able to walk 14. I'm so sorry. 14 will never be able to walk 14. Didn't even bat an eye. And then I remember when I was a little bit older, my father sat me down and said, John, you have a disability. But it's your choice. The disability is only a prefix. You can add it on or take it off. So there's that. And then when I came out, this is how crazy my family is. The first thing my mom and dad said is not congratulations. My dad turns to my mom and says, you owe me $100. They had a bet. I said, I better be getting a cut of that $100 since I'm the one who won. Got you the money. But yeah, so they're two of my biggest inspirations. Any other questions? Comments? Concerns? Money or chocolate? Alright, so I do want to leave you guys with two harmless plugs here. I do have business cards. If any of you guys want a card, just come up and grab it. What I would love, if all of you could do this for me, is I have a feedback form. I'll give, there's nothing to write it down, so if you could write this down wherever you are. It's a bit.ly/. Alright, tell me when you're ready. Tell me when you're ready. Ready?
Ready.
Yeah, all lowercase. Tell me when you're ready. Ready? Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Alright, good. Let's go. Okay, it's all lowercase, bit.ly/JG feedback. Did everybody get that?
Yeah.
And then if you want a business card to book me to come talk at your face again, I have a ton of them here. I would love to, this is what I do, this is what I love to do, so I would love to come speak for you guys. So thank you all for coming, I really appreciate it.